Look, some days I thought I was failing at homemaking until I realized God isn't asking for perfection, He's asking for progress. Homemaking doesn't come naturally for everyone. I know it definitely didn't for me. I was not raised to be a homemaker, and so I've had to learn a lot on my own. Over time, I've had the opportunity to discover faith fueled habits that have helped me transform my homemaking experience to make it more peaceful and purposeful. So, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 transformative homemaking habits that will help you make your home better as well, one day at a time. Want to start your day peaceful, purposeful, and God centered? Tip number one is wake up earlier. Now, I absolutely love to sleep, but I've had to be more intentional with my mornings. So I try really hard to. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I go off to the secret place to spend time with God. That's part of my self care. After I spend that very important time with the Lord, I go on to tackle my most important task for the day. That task could be anything from prepping meals for the rest of the day or the rest of the week, or catching up on something that I was not able to do yesterday. It's something along the lines of housework. When you wake up earlier, you have more time to yourself and do important things that you need before the rest of your household wakes up. So that's tip number one, wake up earlier. How you start your morning sets the tone for the day. And so it's best to make it intentional and joyful. The way that I do this is by setting my alarm to a playlist that's filled with worship and praise. So I actually use the my Alexa device to do this. Instead of waking up to an alarm going beep, 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 very obnoxious and everything, I wake up to my morning worship playlist. That way I'm being intentional. Like when my feet hit the floor, it encourages me to go ahead and spend that time with God in the secret place. But even for some reason, if I don't get around to spending time with God in word and prayer, I'm at least awakened with worship on my mind, some of my favorite songs, right? And so you want to make sure that you start your day bright, motivated, encouraged. And so that's a good way to do so. It will really make a difference in your home. A lot of times I go on and leave that playlist going. So my husband wakes up to it as he's getting ready for work. My son wakes up to it when I go get him out of his crib. He is, he comes into an atmosphere where worship music is playing. And my son absolutely loves that because he loves music, he loves to dance, and he's just joyful already. So it's just good to have that atmosphere in your home to keep cultivating that. Now, this might seem like a very small change, but it is huge because what it does is it sets the tone not only for your day, but also the atmosphere of your home. Because in my house, I want God to know that the Holy Spirit is always welcome here. Like when you come in, you can feel the Holy Spirit. That is what I'm trying to set the tone for in my home, amongst my family. And so start your day bright, joyful, and intentional, and set up a worship playlist. Tip number three, meal planning. Meal planning just isn't practical, it's also intentional. What I usually do is I start planning my meals at the middle of the week. I usually pick like a Wednesday or Thursday, and I start to plan out my meals for that upcoming week. I usually pick 2 or 3 proteins, 2 veggies, 2 carbs, and I grocery shop either like a Thursday or Friday to get everything that I need for that upcoming week. And then I start meal planning and prepping the foods for the upcoming week. And what I do is something called batch cooking. And so I cook in batches to hold us over for that week that I'm planning for. And so, that's very intentional. It's being a good steward of your resources and what God has given you, because you know what you're going to eat. You're not wasting food. You're not having to make sudden decisions of eating out because you realize you don't have food at home, and you're able to nutrition is important, right? So you're able to provide your family that through foods, through cooking at home, through cooking nutritious meals, not dealing with a lot of processed foods, right? Because if you're planning it out, you are preparing, setting time aside to do those things, to grocery shop, to meal prep, and all that. So you don't have to buy a bag of chicken tenders that got all them additives and chemicals in it. You can actually take some tenderloin, chicken tenderloin, and you can make them chicken tenders yourself, right? Or you could, do some ground chicken and make some chicken nuggets that way. I might have to create another video to show y'all how I do this. And because that's like pretty much from scratch. But it's really really good, and that's specifically for your kids. They love chicken tenders, love chicken nuggets and things like that. But yeah, don't be afraid to meal prep, meal plan, batch cook. It saves you time. It's intentional. It's great stewardship, so do it. You know what they say, a load a day keeps the pal away. Wait, that's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But you get what I mean, right? We're going to use that. A load a day keeps the pal away. Now, this is going to be the official homemaking jingle for laundry, because a load of laundry a day keeps that pal away. A load of laundry keeps the pal at bay. We're going to use that because it's very important. One load of laundry. Do one load of laundry a day. Wash it, fold it, it will keep that pile from piling up. You stay on top of your laundry. Now, this is something that I'm still working on, but when I've been consistent in doing it, it makes a big difference. My stress level's down. I'm not overwhelmed. Like, I can spend time elsewhere, because like, who wants to spend the weekends doing tons of laundry? Not me. Not I, not I, not I. No, no, no. So do it throughout the week, Monday through, I don't know, maybe it might just take you 3 days until you get caught up, and then you can start over or something. I don't know. But do a load a day and see how that helps you in your homemaking. A calm kitchen keeps a calm mind. Number 5, keeps them both in check. Hot, soapy water is a must. You want to make sure you wash your dishes 3 times a day. I try to do this, washing after breakfast, after lunch, and dinner. At minimum, I try to at least have my sink filled with hot, soapy water. So after eating, I can put my dishes in that hot, soapy water so they can soak or whatever it needs to do. And then, I can come back and wash them. That's like if I have a busy, day or whatever. But, you want to stay on top of those dishes, because you don't want to be spending a lot of time trying to play catch up. And over the years, that's what I've had to do before I really became a homemaker, before I started learning these key tips and habits in homemaking. This piece of advice about the dishes 3 times a day came from, or comes from, another homemaking wife and mom that has mentored me throughout the years. I call her my big sis. She told me, she was like, "Why is your dishes piling up? You not washing your dishes?" She was like, "How are you doing it?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just, like, I was so overwhelmed." And she was like, "Okay, this is what you need to do." Like, she literally talked to me like a mom, and was like, fill your sink up, hot soapy water, and put all the dishes in there. Like, at that time I had dishes like all around, like I didn't know left from right. Like, it was a complete disaster. I had just, I was overwhelmed. And And that's why you want to make sure, you stay on top of your kitchen, because it reduces that stress and overwhelmed feeling. And and especially like if you're not raised to be a homemaker, it reduces the confusion. Like, this tip is going to reduce a lot of confusion. So anyway, yeah, she said, fill up your sink. And I had so much around. She was like, your dishes, they're all around. She was like, just clear the cabinets, put everything on the floor, put the dishes in the sink, and wash one by one. She literally, like, we were doing a video call, she literally talked to me as I was washing my dishes, mentoring me, guiding me, because I needed help in that area. And so yeah, just, keep up the 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Since I've implemented that, I see a huge difference. I don't know why I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that that's what what people were doing. I don't know. Do people do that? Like, that's the first time I've heard it was from her. Like, 3 times a day. Is that something that's normal in the homemaking community? Y'all let me know. Have you heard that before? Um, but yeah, it's a good habit. So yeah, wash dishes 3 times a day, hot soapy water. Keep those dishes at bay so you don't have to catch up on them. Like, who likes catching up on stuff? Not me. Okay, now my grandma used to tell me this one: never go to bed with a messy kitchen. Close the kitchen up, shut the kitchen down. Don't go to bed with a messy kitchen. And so, one thing that I've tried to be more diligent in and make more of a habit of is making sure the kitchen is tidy before I go to bed. So I wash my last load of dishes, or whether that's on hand or putting them in the dishwater. I mean, in the dishwasher. Sometimes I have let dishes soak overnight, but usually, I try to make sure the dishwasher is full so they could be washing while I'm sleeping, and I try to get as many as I can washed up. Um, like every single dish washed up. Anything that we've used, that it needs to be clean or in the process of getting clean, right? So that's one thing I do. Another thing is, make sure you wash off your countertops, wipe off your countertops, sweep your flow. Sweep your flow. Yeah, sweep your flow. You don't have to mop it, every night or whatever. But make sure you sweep it, because throughout the day, crumbs and stuff when you're cooking. I know, for instance, my son, he likes to be around me a lot of times. So a lot of time he'll snack and eat and be dropping crumbs all over the floor. And so you want to make sure you sweep at nighttime too. Wipe off your oven or your stove. That's something my grandmother used to do too. My grandmother helped raise me. So I stayed at her house a lot. I remember her washing off her stove, sweeping her floor, cleaning the counters, doing the dishes, and she didn't have a dishwasher. So she did everything on hand. But thankfully, we have dishwashers and things now. I know some people, they don't like dealing with dishwashers. They like to wash them on their hand. They say it's more disinfected and sanitized. But if you have tools, and if the tools work for you, then do them, use them. The Proverbs 31 woman had help. Like, we are in the modern world with tools like dishwashers and things. Make the best of it. Okay, so tip number 7: being prepared makes homemaking just seamless, less stressful. Being prepared. Think that through this whole video, I've been talking about being prepared, right? Kinda, right? So what I mean by that is having the things you need, to where you don't always have to run out to the store to get it when you run out. That's something that I did learn from my mother. My mom, she is a stickler about making sure she has an extra set of paper towels or toilet paper, cleaning supplies. Because if you're using um, this stuff on a regular basis, eventually you're gonna run out. So the good stewardship thing to do, and this is what I personally do because I try to be a good steward with our finances, is if I see the particular brand of toilet paper that I use on sale, or if there's a coupon, I'm like, oh, light bulb, you know, light bulb goes off. Okay, I need to buy more than one of these. More than one big pack of toilet paper, more than one pack of paper towels. Now, you will need a place to store this stuff. That's my dilemma. But even if it's just, a couple big packs of paper towels or toilet paper, that's fine. It at least will hold you until the next time you need it, right? So yeah, stay stocked up on that. Now, those are household goods. You also want to make sure you have your staples as far as food and nutrition goes, what you and your family eats. Like, some things that we stay stocked up on is rice. I love staying stocked up on beans, flour, even like chicken and stuff. Like, you could put it in a deep freezer, or to have it. It's like it's there when I need it, because it's not if you're going to need it, it's when you're going to need it. And that also helps cut down on your grocery bill each week, or every 2 weeks, or however you know do that. Stewardship and foresight makes life smoother with God's provision. And so, yeah, tip number 7, make sure you are stocked up on the things that you need. Okay, let's recap. Tip number 1, wake up early and spend time with God. Tip number 2 was start your day on a bright note. Tip number 3 is plan your meals ahead. Tip number 4, a load a day keeps the pile away. Do 1 load of laundry a day. Tip number 5, wash your dishes 3 times a day. Number 6 is never go to bed with a messy kitchen. And number 7 is keep your essentials stocked. These habits will help you steward your home well, honor God, and care for your family intentionally. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Just take small, consistent steps, because those small steps do add up over time, and it will make you better. So tell me, which one of these tips will you start practicing tomorrow? Comment below and let me know. If this video encourages you, be sure to give me a thumbs up so more faith-fueled homemakers can find it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and join our little community of women that are learning to build and nurture the life God designed for us. And if you haven't already, be sure to watch my video, God Called Me Home, Why I Left My 6-Figure Business to Be a Homemaker. I'll have the link in the description box, or possibly up here somewhere. So check that video out. It's a powerful part of my journey that I think you'll really relate to and enjoy.